All right. A case for organizational decline. To fully appreciate the importance of anticipatory skills and adaptability in the long run, consider this somewhat extreme case. The company involved was founded in the late 1920s, primarily through acquisitions. It was created as the response of an entrepreneur to a variety of changing market conditions. Over a 5 to 10 year period, he established an enormously successful venture. In its market, it became the largest and most profitable organization of its kind. Historical records do not reveal how much, if anything, the entrepreneur did to develop the company's long run organizational adaptability. Two facts, however, are known. First, the ongoing operations were so profitable that he submitted to the demands of the National Union just to avoid a disruption of operations. This resulted in the establishment of innumerable work rules and the entry of first line supervisors into the union. Second, he did almost nothing to bring in or develop mid or top level managers. As an extremely talented person capable of making a large number of effective business decisions himself, he saw no need for assistance from others. In the mid 1940s, the entrepreneur died. His brother took over as president and tried to maintain the company's existing policies and profitability. For the first few years of his tenure, everything seemed to work well. After World War II, the company's industry, like many others, began to undergo significant changes. These changes occurred gradually but continuously over at least a 10-year period. During this time, the company made very few organizational adjustments to adapt to these changes for a number of reasons. First, the few people who had any real decision making authority in the company did not seem to see a need for many changes. They simply did not have the information that would have shown them what was happening in their industry and in their market area. Second, when they did have information on the changes that were occurring, they had difficulty deciding how to adjust to them. They were, for example, completely unaware of the typical development sequences shown in figures 1.1 and 1.2. The intuitively brilliant leadership supplied by the original entrepreneur was gone, and nothing had taken its place. Finally, when they did identify a change and saw what response was needed, the managers were generally unable to implement it. For one thing, union rules prohibited a great deal of change. For another, there was no middle management to help them implement it. The firm was not flexible at all. Some of the company's competitors were successful in identifying and reacting to the industry and market changes. As a result, the rate of increase of this company's sales and profits began to decrease. At the same time, problems with employees and the union began to surface. The company's president initially focused its efforts on trying to stop the profit decline. In this endeavor, he was somewhat successful. Yet, in slowing the profit decline, he was forced to hold salaries and maintenance budgets down. thereby adding to the problems with his employees and the union. A climate of antagonism and distrust developed. Between 1956 and 1965, the company's real, non inflated annual growth in sales declined from 5%, declined from 5 to 0%. Its profits leveled out and then fell to a net loss in 1965. By that time, the company's stock price was so low that a larger corporation successfully acquired a controlling interest. This corporation brought in its own top management group, which included a number of extremely successful managers and predicted a quick turnaround. The company resumed profitable operations in 1969, and with the exception of 1973, has remained profitable to this time. Nevertheless, its profitability levels remain below the industry average, and its 1975 sales were, in real dollars, about the same as in 1965. It has gone through two more presidents since 1965, and the current one has been quoted in the business press saying that the job of organizational renewal that is ahead of them remains extensive.